Hey everybody, this is James Gore, Sonoma County Supervisor for the 4th District. We've been getting a lot of emails from folks in the Windsor area, around the airport, Larkfield and other areas that are concerned about some articles that have come out on a potential move of a homeless shelter. And I wanted to address some of the high-level stuff right off the bat, and then do another video a little bit later that gets into some of the specifics. That's maybe a little bit longer on what's going on. The first thing is that some of you might have read an article in the Press Democrat that said, potential site to move homeless encampment over by the airport. What we have done as the Board of Supervisors in dealing with some very difficult situations with homelessness, not only on the Joe Rodota Trail, but countywide, we have put in motion not only a lot of extra money for services, but also the opportunity not to create sanctioned encampments, but to create indoor-outdoor shelters. And that move people from homelessness into a shelter network, then into transitional housing, and then into permanent supportive housing. So the goal here is never to just set up tents and have people live there forever and a day and have those not managed and other things, but we have done that as a process. We have a request for proposals that's going out to identify 2 sites in Sonoma County that could hold somewhere in between 40 and 60 people that would be moving things through. In the interim, we are actually in a new era with this. There are some recent legal decisions that have come out, and the Supreme Court denied seeing something called the Boise case recently, which means that public agencies cannot actively move people to areas unless they have adequate shelter space. What that means is that we have to expand our shelter network, both indoor and indoor-outdoor, for the hardest to reach and the most vulnerable people. Anything that we do is not going to be allowing of substance abuse on sites, of unruly behavior and other things, and in managing the situation. But I want to bring up that specifically there was an article written about the airport site. What we did in the interim is looking at temporary short-term sites, and this was news to me that this site came up. The supervisors as a whole said, let's look at all of our county lands out there, and let's have that come back to us, and the staff to propose us what are potential best sites that we could look at. There was a variety of sites that the county owns over near the Shiloh Cemetery, places that have been purchased to make sure development doesn't happen near the airport. I have a big concern about the proximity to the neighborhoods over by Shiloh where the golf course is and other things. And then there was also this site identified on Airport Boulevard itself, which is a parking lot, a yard for our transportation and public works. Getting a lot of emails that are saying very concerned about it. I want to tell you I share your concerns. I share the concerns about the proximity to the airport. I share the concerns about the actual site itself, what's underground on the site, and nothing has been decided. This is going to come before the Board of Supervisors on Tuesday. I don't know if action is going to be taken or not. I'm going to be taking your concerns and mine to the meeting, but I want everybody to also look deeper into this issue. There might be something that action is taken on a specific site. It might not be done right now because there might not be appropriate sites, and we need to continue to look for the coming weeks and months. But at a high level area, I want people to also realize that the homeless population in Sonoma County, what we've done has been working. We have decreased homelessness 35% in the last 5 years, from 4,500 to 3,000. The 3,000 that exist, 80% of them have been in Sonoma County for more than 10 years. That means these are not people who are shipped in, who are looking for services, other things. Out of the 3,000, we have definitely the hardest to reach population, mental health, substance abuse, and other issues. We have a significant public health and safety issue on the Joe Rodota Trail. We have to find other options and other things that we can do to go forward. And I want to stress that anywhere we identify in this county, there are concerns. So as much as we can say we're concerned about here near businesses, we're concerned about residences. What I am not willing to do, and what the board is not willing to do, is just to move a problem from one area to the other. It has to be an improvement. It has to be a development into the system to get into permanent supportive housing, because the only cure for homelessness is housing. So much more to come. Please send us notes to District 4 at sonoma-county.org. Take a look, and if you're willing to go to a point where you're outraged about this issue, I ask that you ask us for information about what's proposed. Get down into the details. Get down into the details of what we're looking at. There's going to be a lot of areas discussed, and it's time to figure out what we do to manage this issue rather than just chase it around our community. So thank you. I hope you got a chance to see this video. Lots more to come. Send notes to district4@sonoma-county.org. Let us know where you live, what you think, and what's going on. All the best.